Eric, can you give us an overview of what the course is like this year?
The thing with Blenheim is that we're not allowed to build that much that's permanent, so it makes it very flexible because most of our fences are portable, so we can put everything in a different place, so it gives a completely different feel every year. So we never have a fence in the same position. I've been here for 6 years now, and we've not really had the same combination come up in the same sort of way at any stage during that. There's obviously iconic things like the sort of flyer towards the end, the big open ditch, but intrinsically everything changes every year, so it gives a different flavour every year to the questions and the way they come up. And
just walking into the park, you can see there are lots of new combinations. What do you think is going to be the most influential this year?
I think it comes up quite quickly. There are 13 combinations on the course, which would be one more than normal. The fifth fence, the two big corners going down towards the water, I think they need to be a little bit aware of that. There's plenty of distance between the two, but they're quite big corners. They come up very quickly and they're on the downslope, so they look quite impressive. And then I think towards the tail end of the course, the water, the main arena, just because they'll be quite tired by then, we're quite close to minimum distance, which makes a lot of difference because you've got more jumping efforts per metre, and so it's a slightly more intense course than it normally is. And they've got to stay on the ball all the way, really. I don't think there's any one question that I'm thinking, wow, that's enormous or that's really difficult. But I think actually concentration for that sort of 10.5 minutes is paramount. You've got to be on the ball all the way.
Blenheim's known for having a really tough optimum time.
Yes,
What do you think it is that makes it that hard to get?
I think the terrain here does that all the time, you know, and we've got those two big long water crossings. So at any stage on this course, they have to travel at 570 metres a minute. Well, actually, you can't travel across that water at 570 metres a minute, and then nearly 100 metres across both water jumps. So automatically, you've got them down to 420, 450 going across the waters. So that has an influence on the rest of the course. So you have to travel up a little bit more on the galloping stretches. And this is the first year we've gone through rough piece the opposite direction. And so that gives us a really long, quite slow hill coming up before the main arena. It'll be interesting to me to see how the horses come up out of this when they get to the main arena, how fresh they are, how on the ball they are. And you'll tell then who's done their canter work and who's got their horses fit and who hasn't.
You spent many years as a professional rider yourself.
Yeah.
How does that experience influence the courses that you design?
I think you build what you like to ride. I think you also, from my riding career didn't involve a vast quantity of superstar horses. I had some very nice horses, but I didn't have those horses that were absolutely sort of wow factor horses. So I have quite a good feel for what my very average horse that wasn't up to level couldn't do, and what my very good horses, my better horses could do. And I think that helps a little bit. You know what hopefully doesn't tip your horses up, but is difficult for you to do, and it's about training and athletic ability, and all the time when I'm designing I try and just change their rhythm and their balance so that it's rider orientated courses that ask the riders to actually be on the ball and read the questions and read the relationship between one question and another question, so that they actually slow the horses down for this and then they've got to get them in front of the leg again for the next fence.
Eric, thank you very much for your time.